Hey everyone, my name is Caleb and welcome to a tutorial on CapCut. This is a very specific tutorial because it shows how to do webcam editing. Now, webcam editing is what you're seeing right now with me moving my camera and stuff. It's very simple and I'm going to show a tutorial on it. I'm using my old footage that I used way back in, I believe it was a month ago by now. And this is a heavy rain video that's completely unedited. This is unedited footage that I used. And I believe all I did was cut it. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, what you want to do is drag two of the files that you have. And what you have selected, it's very simple to grab these files. All you have to do is literally just go to your files, click one, and then click open. That will literally just put it right here. It'll import it itself. Don't have to do anything. That's why I love CapCut, but I also hate that it's so pay to win basically. But it has very good features. Now, you can also do this in Clipchamp, but it's not as good. So, how are we going to make this? Everyone uses this technique, from what I'm aware of, every professional YouTuber. Anyway, you will just crop. First of all, it's actually a setting in OBS. So let me show you what that looks like. So as we can see here, I have my stream and everything that I use for that, but I'm also using it to record right now. So how are we getting this wide, ultra wide aspect ratio right now? So how do we do it? We're going to settings and we're going to video. This aspect ratio you can see is custom. What you're going to do, I can't really show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you what dimensions I have set place. 3840 by 1080 as the base canvas and make sure that's not downscaled. What you are going to do in your settings though is actually just whatever resolution you're recording at, whether it's 1440p or 4K, just make sure it's double the width of what it is and keep the same height. That's all you have to do for the 21 by 9 aspect ratio, I believe it is. So now that we have this ultra wide footage of both um, videos, it's also interesting because most people will record with a physical camera and they will record the actual footage onto the camera. So I'm using a webcam, so I can't really do that. So for me, what I do is I crop the footage after it's already recorded, and we're going to just crop it to a 4:3 window, which you can actually do very simply by just grabbing 4:3 and placing it where you want it. Now that we got that, I am going to go here. I'm going to go to crop, and we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to go to 6:9. We're just going to drag that all the way to the right, which is how I have my gameplay set up, usually with the game footage on the right and me on the left. And what we'll do is we'll just hit confirm. Both of them are now set in order to where it's the webcam and it's the game. Make sure that your webcam is on top, which you can simply do by dragging, and it will be on top or bottom. So this webcam should be on top, and they should be at the start of the timeline. So now that you have that done, what you're going to go to do is hit ratio, and we're going to click 16:9. Now it's at the correct video for uploading. Now you're going to do is just drag the webcam footage, and you're going to set it here. You're done with that, but how do we edit it? Now, it's very simple to editing anything in CapCut, but it's also very hard in a same way. So, say you want to keyframe this. You will have to first select a point where you want to keyframe. Let's say we want to cut
What's going on, Ron?
to here, right here. So you want a shocked moment. I don't fucking know.
What?
Let's say right here. You want a cut to like a confused face or something, and you want a keyframe there. So what we're gonna have to do is first we're going to select the start of the footage, and we're going to click the keyframe button, which is this button right here, and we're going to play the footage until we have the point, and then we're going to drag out the footage to a zoom in, or whatever you want. It depends really on what effect you want. And then we click, and then hit play. Now it will be there. Now we can test to see if it's correct on what we want, actually. So, see, now we got that zoom in footage. You can also do the same thing for effects. They work completely on this. It is a bit harder to, like, I would say trim, but the best way to do that is just, since there's, like, these gaps in between what you have, first of all, we're just going to grab to where the last gap is, and we're going to click split. And I'm just going to drag both of these, and make sure you're grabbing the bottom one because it's going to be the main one, and you're just going to drag until you find which point you want to cut to. So let's say we want to cut to this point, and then we can drag, and then it'll be there. You can check to make sure that you got it right. We're going to click play, and it's going to be perfect.
I saw him arrive earlier. He's here
Or like he could. Now, I guess you can see that it's not really smooth. So how do we use transitions on both the webcam and the video? So let's say we want black fade. We're going to set that in the cut right here. And we're going to select it again in the video, so that both of them are black faded, so that when we play it back, it's not going to break. Like he could. And it's not going to be perfect for me because the playback is never perfect. If you don't have a very good computer, it could do that. Also, what I recommend doing if you are using this is mute the gameplay footage, or mute the webcam footage, either one. Just click and drag all of it from the bottom, and drag this and mute it, so that you don't have to deal with 2 audio files, unless you want 2 audio files. You can also change the speed here. I'm not going to go into that because that's all just basic CapCut stuff. It's not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to show you how to edit your webcam. It's pretty much it. It's really not that hard once you get used to it. I know it's kind of hard because you're used to the webcam being baked in the footage, and you really can't help any of that if you're streaming, because your stream is always going to have your webcam on the corner you set it on. So that's all I have for you. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and I hope that if you have any problems, you will just put them in the comments and I can answer them. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more like this, subscribe, please. Thank you.